Even the first time he actually
Oh, that was fun to see.
Oh, yeah. And then I was like, I beat this guy.
Okay, I will say my favorite Vinith story is it was NCR. I don't remember the specific year, but it was him against K-Brad, and it was quite late in the bracket. And as an outsider to the Marvel community, I only know so much about the game just from watching it. So I didn't know Firebrand had a level 3 where the homie comes out as the assist Firebrand. I didn't know that existed. So Vinith is... he's pushed back on his heels. K-Brad is dominating, so I think it's hopeless. But then somehow he calls in a second Firebrand, and my mind exploded. And he made the full comeback with a move that I didn't even know was in the game. And that was the hypest Vinith moment for me. I was losing it.
Vinith, as a player and as a person, has been one of the most interesting. He's been one of the most interesting people I've met. And I mean this in the most endearing way possible.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not even hinting at throwing shade by any means. No, he has been a pleasure to see grow as a player. Because I mean, like even in the early heydays, like man, he had a struggle. Dude. Most people who see his success now didn't see the struggle he had.
Something that was kind of amazing is that he played Smash 4 just long enough to win a major. Isn't that incredible? Like, how do you dip into a game just for a little bit and win a major and then dip out? Like, that's unreal.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a matter of building confidence. And you're talking about confidence here. These are two players who have built a lot of confidence in the last couple of years.
Oh, they've played against each other so often. I mean, these are two Gamers Den regulars, obviously, Esports Arena Oakland, but with all the locals that have been kind of coming and going in NorCal, these two guys have very consistently shown that.
Yeah. And they've made such significant progress as players, right? Because like kind of going back to like what I was saying about Vinith, like in that early heydays of struggles, even to I would say to the point of not having confidence in yourself as a player. I mean, every one of us has been there at some point.
Absolutely.
These two are exemplary of that, and for them to be on the stage now as players, I mean, it's quite amazing to see their progress over the years.
All right, very even round at the start. Two explosive characters. Anything can happen at any point, just like... And that was a reset, too. That didn't even have crush counter scaling because...
there was no... Yeah, no crush counter scaling, no counter hit on the follow-up. He probably tried to jump or he just flat out didn't block.
Yeah, because the dash forward was dropped, so that medium punch should have been blocked, but it actually got a new counter hit, or I don't know if I saw the counter hit, but yeah, a new combo into the sealed deal right there.
Also has been pretty slow on the start so far against his opponents so far.
Wow, he actually scratched his head mid-Mika combo right there. That shows kind of like a lack of stability in his level of confidence right now. Oh, goodness!
Wow!
A neutral jump over the V-Trigger 2 Tornado.
That's usually so difficult to challenge, right?
Well, especially since Rashid has all the options, you know? So I think there was also a decent read behind that. Here comes Nadeshko. Where is she? She's right here. She's coming out from the side instead. Boom!
That's just a, you know, you gotta hold that Ultima. Like, that's so hard to deal with, right? You jumped, you had, and this is what we talked about earlier, right? When you block the jump in, what's the follow-up mix-up?
Yeah.
She could have gone for a frame trap. She could have gone for a throw. Instead, she went for a command grab. It's a three-way mix-up.
It is.
Right off the bat.
For sure. It's why she has one of the best triggers.
And you already were not dealing with the shimmy, which could have been on his mind at the time, too. So all of a sudden, you just added a fourth, maybe even a fifth later. But here, Ultima is going to try and start with that offense and say, you know what, I don't want to have to think about defense. I'm going to make you think about defense and put those layers on you.
No, you!
No, you!
You're the one in the corner this round.
He's doing a fantastic job of that corner control so far.
Yeah, the EX Tornado went meaty right there. That one shouldn't have been respected. And you certainly don't need to be spending V-meter in that setup.
The guy's spending more than 10 seconds in that corner. He's going to have to try and mount this comeback.
I hear the Guile theme off in the distance. It's not quite loud yet, but okay. So turn that off. No music on Bart.
It is, yeah, you know what? Like, you were at a pixel health left by the time you got out of the corner. That's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Even for the heavy mix-up type character like Nika, you'd still have to guess right like 6 times.
Yeah. While dealing with the fact that Rashid had an EX bar ready to challenge at any single one of those. Oh, what a late hit on that slide.
Interesting. I feel like that was in an effort to make it safer than usual.
Interesting tech, but Ultima
Oh, he wanted to keep him in the corner, but ended up getting crushed by the double hitting crouch fierce, and now Roundhouse, he pressed buttons? Oh, you madman!
My God.
Dude, I want to learn whatever magic spell Higashi spoke into existence to press buttons after Rashid's roundhouse into V-trigger cancel. I'm sure Ultima is wondering how the heck that went wrong.
That was an amazing play.
I thought that was CFN only. I thought that was only online, but no, guys, follow your dreams. You can press buttons when you're
If you believe, you can.
Yeah, dude, believing is more than half the battle. I thought it was roughly half, but I think Higashi believed into this advantage right now. But Ultima has a lead in game 2. Not a lead in the set quite yet, but he's looking to seal this one. Jumping on Mika, though, has its consequences. Dash up command grab, wanted to bait the Rashido right there. And the call out. I'm going to take that step forward and giant swing you right back.
Get back in the corner, son, and you're going to deal with my mix-up. Ultima previously had the lead. There's the nice punish, though. That
was not the ideal drop kick spacing. Basically saying, hey, it sure does suck to whiff a fierce. How about I whiff it right in front of you? Ultima ready from half screen, ready to whiff punish. That was quite impressive. Seals the deal, but I don't think Ultima's been happy at any moment.
You know what? Like if I know Ultima the way that I know it, regardless of whether he won that game or not, you are not happy with that performance because you knew that you were about to lose.
Yeah, you're on notice, and you can only hold yourself accountable right there. And look at this. It could be a big turnaround right here. Early corner position, plenty of damage. Stun is getting high. Someone needs to hand Higashi Season 3.5 notes because that thing, we've been punishing Rashid for doing that for 8 months now.
And a crush counter on the wake-up overhead from Ultima. Wake-up overhead.
He still has trigger available. He can
do a reset.
He can
right
do
here.
The grossest reset right. Nadeshko.
No reset. He tried to get a little bit too tricky.
Press. Okay. He knew he got away with murder last time. Didn't press buttons there. Great block.
Wow.
I got hit. I didn't see that coming, but he got shimmied. I probably would have too. Ultima match point.
I mean, he went for the plus frames and shimmied. I mean, that's one of those things that Rashid dude, he's got such great frame traps.
I can't believe he's living to tell the tale of surviving that V-trigger mix-up in the corner right there. Like, I literally thought that was Higashi's checkmate.
Yeah, Ultima is at set point now.
Yeah.
He's at set point.
He was so behind, but now his position's not looking great. Going for the double scoop right there. Corner position's looking good. Can he keep him in the corner, though?
That's the big question because Rashid has so many ways to get out. No, Higashi gonna give it. There's a switch.
Good response there.
Ultima just gonna flip his way out and trying to push him into the corner. Again, this game is very easy to get that exchange from the corner.
We're back to mid-screen and a Sal Pacino Peach.
Oh, that was definitely a Sal Pacino.
Out in the neutral. That was like Sal Pacino 2016 right there. And this is looking bad. A lot of follow-up damage. Not quite enough to seal the deal. And Wake Up Buttons is going to breathe life into this set for Higashi. Another hit confirm. Is it over?
Wow.
We
last round
are now in the last round. Wake Up Buttons saves lives.
It apparently does.
Put that on a shirt.
Hey, bro, are you plus frames? Don't worry, I got a button for you.
Oh, goodness. Anything can happen right now. I just want to see all brimstones from here on out.
So you're getting 2 in a row. I want to see 3. 3 in a row.
Triple scoop.
One more.
Okay, it's over.
He doesn't need brimstone.
No, he's
here.
In his head. It doesn't matter. He could use any move and win right now. Yeah, he didn't. That was it. He didn't use brimstone. You're right.
Yeah, he doesn't need brimstone because he has that. Not going to quite kill, but he's close.
Very, very close. Giant Swing has a ton of damage, and he clips him with the medium kick. And Ultima is, what is this, Grand Finals?
Is this Winter Finals?
Oh, it's Winners Finals. Okay.
5. I vote for Vega.
You vote for Vega?
No, I don't.
Interesting.
I don't vote for Vega technically. I just want to see it because it would make me laugh.
Nope. The memes are going to stay where they are at, and we're going to continue to see Airman. Okay, so now I'm not surprised that Higashi so stoically made that comeback because he wasn't actually against match point right there. That's the ultimate twist, is when you don't know that it's 3 out of 5.
I would love to see Higashi go for 3 or 4 Brimstones in a row, because Ultima has basically does blocks as he expects him to not go for a Brimstone in 3 or 4 consecutive sequences.
One of the things that Ultima does really well is that he's really good at taking the throw. So if you want to call him out on that, you might get a highlight reel going.
Oh, yeah. And again, Higashi still not going for them. Still relatively close round. V-Trigger almost talked to blocking 1 Fireball, medium or fierce, would get him the V reversal. I mean, the V-Trigger he needs.
Yeah, I think he should intentionally
just
block
walk up,
one of
just
these.
walk
Yeah,
up.
I mean, you would only need to block 1. It's not a lot of He's like avoiding getting triggered. Interesting. I don't know if he's paying attention to that aspect right now. But Nadeshko could set up a checkmate situation right here. Oh no, and it turned into a drop kick and a big head scratch from Higashi, knowing that he had potentially better choices there.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities to just simply walk up and purposefully. Sure, he didn't even need to block it. Even if he ate the damage, that gave him a one mix-up situation to just raw activate out of nowhere.
Oh,
what a jump!
Big call out, and I love that he went for side switch, Irish swing, and he's gonna call out the DP again.
Playing too hard to Lamer Boy style right there. Double EX spinning mixers. We saw that during the qualifiers on Saturday.
That's true. We saw that during the last chance qualifiers for Saturday Fight Night. And we've seen it here again today. The double call out, knowing that even if he didn't DP, Higashi would still have the nice corner position right there. Good anti-air, back to mid-screen. Life advantage to Rashid. Ooh, but we're letting Mika in now. Not too much came of this, though.
Yeah, Mika still has the position. Oh, the drop kick into the Brimstone. Another one? No.
Not quite, but it would have worked.
It would have
worked. You
it would have. Sometime. Or just be aggressive with it. This man just wants to, well, until then.
I mean, we have no stake in this match, so maybe you shouldn't listen to us, but
it'd be great, though.
It would be awesome.
It'd be entertainment value.
It's back into the corner. Tons of damage.
Boom.
He has a little bit of trigger 2 to work with, and he tried to Eagle Spike out, got hit out of the air. Giant swung for the finish, and Higashi is in, what's that, Grand Finals?
Isn't he a Dragon Ball player?
Isn't he a Dragon Ball player?
So doesn't he get, wait, what?
Somebody need, okay, who's in loser's side? I need to see who we have.
Operator.
Operator. Who do we have on loser side to stop Higashi from winning a Street Fighter tournament?
ESA God.
Getting radio silence right now. I think Higashi's about to win a tournament.
Yeah, somebody.
Wow.
Hey, somebody on the other side. Hey, Kento.
Hi, operator. We have who's in loser side to potentially stop Higashi from winning this? Nothing Man and El Cubano Loco. One of those 3 NorCal veterans are winning Wednesday Night Fights tonight. That's an exciting thought.
Let's just review this for a second, right? So El Cubano Loco, Vega.
And Colleen.
And Colleen, yes.
Yes.
Nothing Man, Abigail, or Dowsum.
I'm sorry, what was that, operator?
Who?
And Jury. That's true. Correct. Marcos has been. See, we've got all the info in the headsets to keep us informed here. So El Cubano Loco, Colleen, Jury, Vega. We know Nothing Man. Dalsum, Abigail.
And then one of them will be going off against Ultima first.
Oh, that's true. Ultima could run it back from loser's side.
Ultima
obviously.
Is skillful enough player to...
Skillful enough? We have to assess his level of tilt right now.
I'd say tilt level 8.
Critical. I think tilt level critical.
8 or 9. 8 or 9, because that was some tilt, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Like just lost control. I mean, double wake up EX spinning mixer. Jeez, man.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, if you're able to pull that out of your opponent and to get them to commit to something like that, you know you're doing something right on offense. And look at this, we're finally going to see the Abigail pick.
If there's one thing that I have to say about double EX wake up DPs, it's if you're gonna do something to represent something, do it early in the set.
Oh yes. Not for the comeback. Not for the comeback.
That was like when you do it late in the set, there's a representation to what people call desperation.
Yes.
I call you trying to pull out your trump card a little bit too late because it's no longer a trump card.
Oh yeah, wake up super is a lot better when you've got more than half your health left. Absolutely. So we are going to see the Abigail pick. I have a theory that this is to avoid the Colleen Dalzin match.
Yeah, that would be a rough one.
Right. So I think he's trying to get a point in early with Abigail to potentially stop the counter pick from happening to his actual main character. Now, they could have gone for blind picks. I don't know if they did it in this situation, because I would imagine Dalzin does pretty good against Vega, but Colleen is definitely the answer for Sim.
Well, as long as he gets one hit. He's got him in the corner, plus frames. Oh, the command grab. This is where it all begins.
Oh, unblockable. Not a ton of damage, so you can eat that, and a great challenge right there. El Cubano Loco, the air-to-air trigger, stone cold face on El Cubano's side. He knew exactly what to do in that situation.
Yeah, Nothing Man jumping from roughly about 3/4 of the screen. And it was just an unwarranted jump. And El Cubano Loco ready for that punish.
And I believe El Cubano Loco's jump back was in response to Abigail's jump.
Oh, absolutely.
And like I said earlier, if you mess up an air-to-air situation, you're only going to get hit once. So I think that was really smart.
Yeah, and he's probably looking for the flip too, but it just happened to be a jump, and he was like, oh, okay, I can react to this.
Oh, nice.
It just happened to be a multi-purpose jump, and right now he's going to finish him off in this game 1.
All right, now this is the worst of situations for Nothing Man, because he probably cannot reliably fall back on Dalzin. He can fall back on Dalzin to tie the score up, but can he actually face the Colleen counterpick after we reach 1-1? I feel like El Cubano Loco is in a very comfortable position.
Well, I think the first round of that particular match looked really, really good for Nothing Man, but I think he also strayed away from that round 1 strategy, especially in terms of the more slow walk and block approach, and then the occasional nitro run. He didn't really do a lot of that, and in fact, he also missed quite a few anti-airs in the second round.
I mean, it's tricky. 2 out of 3. Even though it is the longer... Oh, he is going for Sim. 2 out of 3 is tricky because if you're going for counter picks and you lose game 1, you only had 1 game to get the info together to know if you should be going to your other character. It's almost like a best of 1 setting in terms of who am I actually going to pick to run this set through.
Yeah, this is one of those difficult choices. I mean, if you were in a major, this is a super risky strategy.
Oh, 100%.
In my opinion. The good news is this is a local. And so at the very least, Nothing Man has played against El Cubano more than enough times. So this is actually reduced the risk in terms of this particular strategy.
Yeah, and it's important to bring up the distinction that this is a local, because when you're a player who's been around for years and you're the ones preparing for the majors, locals are practice. For a lot of people who are new, the local is the my big moment. But for these guys, they're preparing for NCR right now.
Yeah, NCR or final round or what other tournament and what have you, right? The season's about to start.
Ooh, good avoidance on the V-Trigger 1 right there. Ouch! Calling out the drills with the Barcelona right there. Very nice.
What a reaction right there. Just he saw the dive kick. He was like, bro, I can react to that.
I forget, that's not a charge move in this game.
No.
Yeah. So he legitimately did the whole input right there. Wasn't that clean, slick, single hit charge move. Or single button, I mean.
And Nothing Man now trying to get some of those the pressure in there. Air Gale into no throw. But Nothing Man has always been that type of really aggressive player. Just kind of going in, and it's both a great thing and a bad thing because sometimes it's a double-edged sword and leaves him open.
Absolutely. Street Fighter V gave Dalzin a lot of mix-up potential, but there's always the caveat of either having to earn a really specific position or trying to catch your opponent off guard. Really great control there with the V-Trigger 1 to seal the deal right there. We might be seeing Nothing Man evening up the score right now.
Yeah, it was really tough for El Cubano to deal with that particular situation because as soon as he was walking up, he knew he was risking himself to eat the snipe. And at that point, he was like, you know what? I'm going to commit to the jump here. Nothing Man saw through the entire strategy and responded perfectly.
All right, Nothing Man with a lead. Nothing Man is doing so much better in Game 2 than Game 1. This is a full confirm. Now things are getting really dicey. He still has a huge hill to climb after Game 2, but this one's looking nice. Good challenge there against the drill right there, even on hit. Now we're getting mixed up. That actually has the fall of pressure, but instant air gale.
Wake up, instant air gale. Wake up, instant air gale.
Make a wish upon a star to see if instant air gale can get you out of that mix-up. And oh my god, calling out the teleport with a Barcelona. Full hit confirms. Here comes another one.
No way. This is happening right now?
Oh.
Not quite.
Calling him out with the command grab. I am literally on the edge of my seat right now. In a final hit situation, V-Trigger. Oh, goodness. I was going to say, in a V-Trigger situation here, Dalsum only needs one more hit. Now, El Cubano Loco's thinking. I don't think he's going to think too long about it.
I don't think so.
But I think he's going to go straight to the Colleen. Oh, he's really debating it.
He didn't do bad with Vega.
Yeah, that's the thing. So are you going to stick with your main that on paper isn't going to do as well in the matchup? Or are you going to bring in the character?
He made the choice.
We don't have to discuss it anymore. He has made the choice. He did well enough with Vega to know that this might be the best chance that he has.
Yeah, I know he said we were talking about him working on his Colleen earlier. I just don't know the level of experience that he has in not just matchups, but playing with the additional pressure, right?
Absolutely.
Like, playing with Vega, he's used to some of the pressure, so he knows what to look for and also how to adjust his inner soul and his mind.
Right, and also, does he have the Dalsum specific experience yet? Maybe not, because he went for he went for Vega right away against Abigail, so I'm not sure. I would imagine if he had the Dalsum experience, he would have gone for it right now.
Nice crush counter. El Cubano Loco looking pretty good, but Nothing Man still going to challenge.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to look at the tapes on that one. I think both people are a little confused as to the hitbox interactions right there.
Okay, I'm not going to try and guess.
Yeah, no, I can't even describe what I just saw. It just seemed like a teleport.
It happened so fast as I was trying to analyze the match that I was like, oh, I missed that.
Missed that entirely. All right, it's interesting. We're seeing plenty of drills from Nothing Man, even though El Cubano Loco has called them out successfully a handful of times.
Yeah, and he's using them. He's investing in them early right now, and
there's another call out.
That was 3 in a row that he spent in this round so far. 4.
Back into the corner. El Cubano Loco getting a little lucky that he's able to put him back in, but the V-Trigger situation is going to open up the matchup for Dalsum. Now he has the clean life lead. Trigger did not work out. Now he's getting anti-aired.
What away from Nothing Man. Nice tech.
A neutral jump call out on the dive. Not quite needing to go for the Barcelona call out that he's been doing. Dash up, slept on it, but good blocks.
Beautiful defense from Nothing Man right now. That could have been a command grab. Nothing Man just kind of waiting it all out and challenge at the right time.
What a block on that mix-up. There's the scoop. Is it enough? Yes, it is. And I didn't hear it, but I know exactly what noise just came out of Marcos's mouth. Let me recreate it for you guys. Hey! Really? You could actually see his mouth form it, and because I've just heard it, 10 years running now, hearing that noise after Marcos wins a match of Street Fighter. Good on him. He's the one to go up against Ultima now. One of these 3 guys is winning tonight. That's something.
Vega Mirror.
I would. Can I go ask them?
You should, just for the lulz.
Wait. No, well, it's better if we say Vega Mirror now and then see if that's what they dish out. Because we know El Cubano Loco would love it. We know he would totally
but if
be
he
okay
lost,
with that.
even if he lost a single game, can you imagine the demoralization?
Yeah, no, I understand.
The mental damage.
I understand what's at stake, but what I know is that El Cubano Loco would want the opportunity to be like, no, you cannot play me in the mirror.
No, you.
Absolutely. And I mean, with Herman's tilt level, I don't know if he's going to go for
I totally doubt it. As much as I would love to see that, I totally doubt it. Only because if anything, I'm sure he's still a little bit salty. I mean, it's like you usually see Ultima come up on here. He'll laugh. He'll talk a little smack here and there. But after he lost earlier, that was he didn't have any smiles. He's pretty salty.
No, not anymore. The smiles are checked at the door, and we are gonna see the jury pick. We know that he doesn't like Vega against Rashid.
It's a terrible matchup.
Right. And jury, specifically El Cubano Loco's jury, has more competitive experience than the Colleen. So he knows that this is probably his best bet, but I think El Cubano Loco is aware that he's the one with the hill to climb right now because he's going against a top-notch Rashid, and he's playing one of his secondary characters in the matchup.
And it's already struggling. He's got in the corner. He doesn't have any meter except for to guess and Get that VT1 and no punish on the blocked overhead.
Yeah, he blocked it, and the block was sick, but the punish was non-existent. A call out with the EXDP, but a nice cross under, and that went by fast.
And Ultima wanted that DP. He was gonna continue that pressure because what El Cubano Loco could get off after that DP was absolutely nothing.
Right, he kind of knew, hey, even if I'm getting DP'd right now, we're just gonna reset the neutral, and I have like an 80% lead.
Yep.
So what's the problem here? But yeah, so sleeping on anti-airs a little bit of jury pressure occurred right there. Back to neutral.
El Cubano's whiffing a lot of buttons, which represents a lot of timing, right? Ultima can bait out those same sequences. He could start the block strings. Hell, he could even land a nice jump in and really make El Cubano pay for it. But El Cubano Loco not really giving him that at this time.
Yeah, we've seen some interesting hit confirms right here. Now we're in the corner. The forward throw to keep the pressure going, and this, this is El Cubano's round to lose. And
Indeed.
Yeah, and that we might be seeing it in just a moment, but he says, hey, guess what? You,
I got a DP.
I've got a DP, and I'm stopping your comeback sooner rather than later. And we talked about that a bit. We talked about how if you're going to go for the desperation move, do it when you have more health and when there's less information for your opponent to suspect your desperation.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of those things, right? Like, would you even define that DP as a desperation DP or even just a call-out DP?
Really?
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point to make, for sure.
And I felt like there was more of a confidence in it, although I don't know, there's going to be too much confidence here if he gets stunned, because he does get stunned. There's a Spinneroonie on the head, and he's going to get Spinneroonied and lose that first game.
You know, it's funny because Jerry was the one who got hit there, but Marcos' head reeled back as if it just went straight through the screen, hitting him in real life. I mean, that call out, that chase down right there with the Rashid V-Skull, that was pretty sweet, I'm not going to lie. I liked that we started to see El Cubano Loco's jury find his footing. And I was going to say, I hope he sticks with her because I do feel like he can make it happen.
Oh, look at that.
This is nice. This is nice. We're working on a stun right here. And we got him in the corner. If we can maintain that position, the tornado gets him back out to mid-screen.
Just going to activate that V trigger 2, start that pressure.
Oh, and we are coast to coast, eating pressure right now. The life lead's still in Jury's favor. Challenges out of that pressure, but Rashid finds his turn again.
So Ultima tried to bait out that DP that time. Didn't matter though. There's the stun. Lots of damage incoming.
And that was actually really cool for Ultima to use the short there. The short got heavily nerfed. It's not really designed to anti-air anymore, but if someone's crossing over you like that, you're able to kind of get that guaranteed hit. As long as they're not actually hitting you with the beefy cross-up attacks.
Yeah, I don't even think that's significant of a nerf because he already had that. He already has the Fear Spinning Mixer. He has a crouching medium punch.
Plenty. Oh, I mean,
he has
a
the
nerf.
air jumping medium punch.
Yeah, the nerf was specific to the short, not so much the character. He has amazing anti-airs.
Yeah, although that short anti-air was really, it's a 3-framer.
It's a 3-framer, yeah. All 3-frame anti-airs have been a problem at one point or another in the Street Fighter V meta. Heavily dictating some matchups.
Yes, standing jab anti-air. Remember, that was a hot thing in Season 1.
Yeah, it was, and Chun-Li had the hottest one. All right. Now, oh my god, this is a combo? Marvel.
Yep. Lots of pressure. Ultima trying to chill a little bit now. Recognizing the VT1 in stock. Not recognizing it enough, though. Going to take some damage here.
Life was very even, and there it is. Oh, is this Losers Finals?
Yep.
Oh, it is Losers Finals, so it is a 3 out of 5 set. He does have one more chance to decide if he wants to go for his other characters. Even though he's been losing, I still feel like the jury has been putting in work. These rounds have been close. It's really like optimizations of when I get Rashid to the corner, how do I keep him there? Herman's been finding multiple ways out of the corner. I feel like little optimizations there can really swing this into El Cubano Loco's favor. But to do it in a 3-0 fashion, that's going to be tough.
It is, and you know, speaking of what you were talking about right now, in regards to not having made some of those adjustments yet, that's why the character is a secondary.
Right.
Because you haven't completely gotten used to those readjustments with that character. Which at this point, like I sort of question, at least personally, whether this would be a wise pick in the long run. Not to say that Vega's any better.
Right. It's really on the shoulders of his long form experience with the character. He knows he's putting himself in a much harder matchup.
Yeah.
And we've seen it time and time again in Street Fighter 4 where, you know, he'd have to fight the twins. He'd have to fight Cammy. He'd have to, you know, these similar archetype characters
Lento.
here. So we know he's been put in these positions time and time again. Will that hardened resolve, and will his years of experience with this honest character be able to lead him to victory here?
Yeah, we'll hope so. That 0-2 deficit, that's a difficult one to work with. Not to top that off against a character like Rashid.
Yeah, a 2-0 or an 0-2 deficit in a bad matchup, that's tough.
He's going to have to really outplay his opponent.
I mean, that's always been the Vega story. You're not winning if you're not actually outplaying your opponent.
Oh, it's so scary right now. He's just blocking a bunch of different things. I can't believe that got stuffed.
El Kibano had a moment where he just kind of started chuckling there because that was shocking. Yeah,
he got bullied the hell out of in that corner.
The fact that the trigger didn't get him through the projectile after Rashid had gotten hit, I think it would be a nice Season 4.5 change for Vega to become invincible when the trigger connects with his opponent.
That was just cruel.
Well, it was cruel and it was a little sad, honestly. Like, I feel like that's an unfortunate thing that the character shouldn't have to worry about.
Jeez, and he's buffering those fierces, right? At certain ranges. I mean, at that range, he'd have to buffer all the time because there's nothing ever that's going to land unless Vega presses a button.
Right, like, I mean, it seems like Rashid can whiff buttons in this situation where Vega's not really whiff punishing into big damage. He's whiff punishing into mostly single hits.
Oh, and the challenge for ultimate, nope.
The chase down with the roundhouse trigger, big damage on the table.
Oh!
That is classic Ultima wake up crouching medium kick.
And that was so much better in Season 3 and 2. That was
the crouching medium kick?
It was a low profile.
Oh, they adjusted that hurt box.
So like against Urian, if he, so you know how Urian sometimes dashes into standing medium punch?
Yes, he could low profile.
You could just wake up low forward all day. All day.
Like frame one lowered hitbox?
Frame one.
What? That's amazing. That's like its own special move.
Oh, he's going to EX headbutt? Frame one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a very popular one, but you could low profile standing medium punch.
I remember that. I totally remember that he would wake up with it and it would actually save him. Or actually, you would meaty Urian with it so that if he did wake up headbutt, it wouldn't do anything. So he literally did not have a headbutt in that matchup.
Yep.
All right. This is your grand finals, guys. Higashi Mika on the winner's side. He's only going to need to win one set here on the winner's side.
You know what's funny is because Higashi was coming up to me and he's like, hey, you got a caster for Street Fighter 5? It's like, yeah, I got Eric. It's like,
I'm trying to retire.
This freaking fool was going to get on. He was like, yeah, I wanted to cast. No, I was at grand finals.
I do feel that there is some strange voodoo out there that if you almost don't enter the bracket, that your chances of winning the entire thing goes up. Like, the only locals that I've ever won were days where I almost didn't even show up. And that's a very distinct thing that I've kept track of, and it shocks me every, you know, I don't say every time like it happens a lot, but for like the 2 times it's happened, it's literally been like, I don't think I'm going to make it out today, guys. But then, you know, never count yourself out, for sure.
And Higashi said it should not be somebody you count out. I mean, yeah. So we say he's a Dragon Ball player. Honestly, he came from Street Fighter 5 anyways.
He came from Street Fighter. He says he's a Dragon Ball player just because, you know, he really does love that game.
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of a meme to be like, I don't even play this game.
Yeah.
I'm in Grand Finals and I don't even play this.
The option select.
Oh yeah, the time tested OS game universal.
Yeah, and so he tried to go. This is old habits die hard, right? He went for that low forward.
Oh, that's funny.
As soon as we were talking about that, because back in the day that worked.
Right. He called out the drop kick with the low forward because it would be an easier response than DPing. You'd get a nice hit confirm off of it.
Yeah, because you low forward, they whiff, standing medium punch as your punish. Oh, wow, he missed that giant swing.
Ouch, Rashido. Good call there from Herman. Wake up buttons once again, saving Higashi there. Oh, okay. I don't think that... Was that actual follow-up pressure, or did he catch Ultima off guard right there?
It looked like it was real pressure. Plus, Ultima, when he dashed up, if he had pressed a light punch or a standing medium punch, he would have gotten the meaty. Instead, he went for dash, standing fierce, and that's where Higashi did the challenge.
Ah, gotcha.
So not the best of buttons. That was an attempt at a hard read. Into the neutral between the two players. Higashi tried to jump in. Ultima's going to get the punish, moving him towards the corner. There's a spinning, the tornado mix-ups. We're going to slow it down just a little bit because Ultima has the control now and the health lead.
Back to mid-screen. Tons of health to work with right now. Mika's the one probably fishing for trigger. There it is. Another V reversal out, and you see he didn't commit to a command grab so that he can follow it. And now Ultima's in the corner, but no anti-air there on the wall clip.
Yeah, but Ultima still gets out. This is going to be hard for Higashi, right? Because every time he gets into the corner...
Okay. Now this is a toss back into the corner. Can he actually keep him there? I will say that almost no one's been anti-airing Ultima's wall clip. Like, the wall clip's been getting him out. Or just good-ass neutral can get you out of the corner, too, right there. Clipping with that fierce into the Eagle Spike to get him out of that situation. Ultima, very strong showing that round.
Yeah, Ultima has this uncanny ability to, and this happens with a lot of the higher level Rashid players, where like you're like half screen, and out of nowhere, that standing fierce and buffered into EX Eagle Spike just like hits you across the screen.
Yeah, they sniffed you out right when you decided to do something. Yeah. Okay. All right. I wonder what's like the direct punish for Mika there, like a dash and a command grab. I'm not sure, or maybe throwing him during the V reversal.
This is interesting because what's getting him the momentum is that he did -2 into EXTP.
He got jumped on for using the mic right there. I always wonder what the Mika was going for when it was actually not a safe mic setup.
Usually the mic setup is just because it wasn't a setup.
Oh yeah, he just kind of did it.
He was like, "I don't think you're gonna come at me, bro."
Right.
And then Ultima was like, "Hey, I could dash up and jump."
It's funny because I like to whenever Mika does a mic, even if it's the unsafe one, I always want to give him like I feel obligated to give him a little credit, being like, "Well, no, I mean he's doing it intentionally, right? Like he's not just miking in front of me, is he?" All right, already in the corner.
I mean, as a player, if that happens to me, I just don't assume that they're doing it for a reason. I just say, oh, you're open.
Right, yeah, right? You are open. I mean, the armor properties on it are really weird. And there's the call out. And like we said, that is the desperation DP because his stun bar was so high, and this round's in the bag.
Yeah, it's just like you see this red flag, right? Like stun bar high, stun bar high. Let's just maybe chill a little bit. Maybe neutral jump, maybe block and gets the throw.
What I love to do is when my stun is that high, I hope they attack me so that I can V reversal just to lower the stun, even if the V reversal doesn't get that big.
Ultima is close to stun this time around.
Oh, and another jump. Good anti-air. Dealing with the pressure. Crouch short.
I like the fact that he didn't go for the fireball after the anti-air crouching medium punch because that critical art was ready.
Oh, good point.
Had he done that, that might have been a free-ass critical art.
All right, a throw into the corner. Higashi has all the meter he could hope for. The crouching medium punches on the wall clip are far too early. He's doing the normal jump in timing. He has to delay it quite a bit if he wants to keep Rashid in the corner after that wall clip.
Whoa, there's a giant swing. He's going to be right next to him, too.
It was a big risk to cross into the corner. Once again, that crouching medium kick. Not the right timing to deal with the wall clip there. Rashid now pushing Higashi to the corner.
Going to activate that V-Trigger 1. He's going to establish some control here.
Excellent tech.
He tried to critical art, I think. It looked like he did the double motion. Either case, he still sealed that particular round.
All right, 1-1 in game 2. Ultima on the verge of a nice lead in the first set, 2 games up.
Great punish.
Great whiff punish on that drop kick right there.
Stuns over half.
I like that Higashi was getting out of the corner right there. I hope he's ready to deal with this. Oh, it wasn't a wall clip that time. Did he go air to air to deal with the wall clip?
I think so. He did try it.
Really, he just needs a little more patience with the timing on the crouching medium punch. But right now, Mika Blender is activated. That is stun and very low scaling.
It's as close. If not, it's going to be a kill.
Whoa!
That's a kill.
It's a kill combo, guys. Tons of damage because of that single hit off of the giant swing into the stun. I thought it would be closer. It looked like he could have had a little more life there and still gotten the KO.
Yeah, because like the guess actually came from the first button that was going to come out, because it was like, is he going to back fierce into +3? But he went for a standing jab into giant swing instead. And it was just, yeah, it was like he was looking for a Q, but he guessed on the wrong Q, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. The mix-up happened earlier than anticipated.
It's still not a bad situation for Ultima. I mean, he's done some wonderful things in terms of the punish. He does it again right there. But Higashi, I mean, the explosiveness from Higashi is really what's giving Ultima fits. Right? Like, he gets that sequence going, and Ultima just doesn't have the proper responses, just like right there.
It's why Ultima can't be fully comfortable, even with like 70% life leads or more.
He's going to spend early on the V-trigger. I like this because VT1 is very expendable.
Very expendable, and also, even if the tornado itself doesn't do much, the fact that you can enhance the mixer to push straight to the corner, being 0 on block with a 3-framer, it's quite nice. And he does seal that round right there. Oh, wow, that last round was for 1-1. I didn't realize that. So it's actually tied up in the first set.
Yeah.
Excellent work from Higashi right there. Ouch! Okay, Higashi, how many drop kicks have been working and how many have been called out? That was a major call out on the super right there.
Absolutely. He's close to a stun. Oh, my goodness. There's a stun. This is going to be a big combo.
Oh, it might be enough. Oh, not quite.
Barely. The magic pixel.
Oh, and he gets him with the overhead. So for the unacquainted, Mika's super, it looks like a traditional grappler super, but it's not 0 frame like Geef's is. Basically, Mika has some startup after the super flash.
Was it 3 or 5?
I forget. It's quite fast, so I would pick 3 over 5. But basically, Mika's startup is after the flash. For a super like Zangief's, his startup is before the flash. So that's why Geef's is, you know, quote-unquote instant. It's because the startup has already been completed by the time you see the super happen.
I like your layman's term explanation. But Ultima gonna try and escape the corner, gonna use that V-trigger one, but didn't really get anything except for pushing Higashi into the mid-screen.
Oh, okay. Spend the Virosa right there. Didn't get the hit, but got the pressure off of him. Oh, getting clocked by the crouch fierce into just that little nice hit confirm. Has the life lead to work with. All right. Thank you, operator. Confirming we do have a 3-frame Mika super right there. Rashido, the big bold bet. The airplane with the V-trigger hit. The V-trigger to freeze time to help him with that airplane, but right now, he dropped, right? Oh, that's Higashi. That's Higashi's win right there.
He wasn't sure what side that he was on. It was kind of tricky because it was towards the corner, and it looked like he was still on perhaps the same side.
And it was an interesting turning point right there. Ultima jumped. Higashi popped trigger just to freeze time to help him get that anti-air airplane.
Oh, perfect placement of that view reversal, and forcing the usage of the bar from Ultima. Gonna leave him in a great position to work with.
You can see Ultima fake the wall clip. That's so interesting. Higashi has been so inconsistent with dealing with it that Herman has layered on another mix-up just by neutral jumping and not clipping, because he sees that Higashi is going for more complicated punishes than just timing crouching strong correctly.
And that's like kind of an old school Season 1 strategy, right? Because like before we had all these different variations of getting out of the corner, one of the easiest things to do to try and get the read on the opponent's reaction is to just simply neutral jump and not commit to the corner.
Yeah, see what they're trying to knee-jerk react to that kind of option.
Nice back throw. He's going to get the pressure here.
Oh, wow. Okay, not the full hit confirmed, but the tornado did leave him plus. There's the crush counter, Meaty Fierce. This is going downhill. He didn't actually get the Eagle Spike follow-up right there.
Oh, dear.
Nadeshko did not save you. I love the patience to let the tornado continue that combo right there off of the stun.
Bracket
Very
reset.
Interesting.
Strong finish in that set from Ultima, and still without even an ounce of happiness in his face.
No, not here. Trying to get that dopamine pump and it's not working. He's not satisfied until he gets the win, but even then, I think he's going to be pretty critical of the earlier sets tonight. I feel like that was really the turning point in Ultima's mood tonight. Not so much what's happening here, but losing winners finals, he's like, man, I got to beat you twice now. I mean, that's 3 full sets against Mika. Not everyone's going to enjoy that experience. here's a distinction. He switched to trigger. Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. He had trigger 1 earlier.
Yeah, I mean earlier in the winner set, I think he was playing VT2.
Yes, that's what it was. It was in winners finals. He was rocking trigger 2.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to use VT1 in terms of being able to get the double usage in a single round versus VT2, because VT2 lasts a while, and during that time,
that's true.
Yeah, you start to lose a little bit of health here and there. Potentially, at least. It's just the risk of losing health in VT1 versus VT2 is a lot lower.
Right. If you're losing health while V-Trigger 2 is active, then you're not gaining additional V-meter. It's lost potential.
Well, another giant swing. And, you know, when it comes to like Ultima being really comfortable, beautiful V reversal right there against a sweep. Not real.
Yeah, and that's a very labbed response. He knows that it's worth the meter. It's going to completely neutralize a trigger for simply 1 bar on your own end. Excellent mix.
In the front. Get him.
He's got the mix, guys.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Like when I see a sweep into V-Trigger 1, that's always not real. And sometimes people are not punishing it. Like if you had an ES reversal, that's a free ES reversal every single time. You would maybe need to be careful about landing on the tornado afterwards. Depending on the character, right?
Depending on the character, because I think as Guile, I've landed on the tornado a few times. But you're absolutely right. Plenty of characters would be able to deal with it.
Yeah, there's only a few instances where where it's actually real, like standing medium punch to VT1 or standing fierce to VT1, and there's just an EX spinning mixer because he don't give a damn.
And you mean real as in like true block string, right?
Yeah.
No gap?
Yeah,
gotcha.
No gap. But you cannot challenge afterwards.
Oh my god, now that enhanced EXDP is always unexpected out of Trigger 1. It has so much more horizontal range that he can call out your jumps from very, very far with it.
And that was a jump back from Higashi. That wasn't a neutral jump. Yeah. That was a jump back.
He was on his way out, and Ultima was able to catch up to him because of the enhanced EX spinner.
That's the one thing I've always liked about Rashid, is the ability to kind of enhance his movesets from the VT1. Very unique change on the skill sets. Higashi's got the corner. Oh no, that magical standing fierce, just landing. This man
pulling it out of his pocket to make the magic happen.
It's like a sleight of hand. This is from half screen. You're like, how'd that land?
I honestly think Higashi's playing Season 3 right now. He has respected the EX Tornadoes almost every time. I feel like, full Higginford right there. That's for the stun. That's game 1.
Giant swing him. Giant swing him.
Excellent work from Higashi right there.
Show him who's boss.
I gotta wonder, is Ultima doing it in a special way where Higashi can't jump out of the corner right there? I feel like he's eating so much free pressure that someone from the crowd might just help him out a little bit. Being like,
I think one of the things is like maybe we have to pay attention a little bit more, because I haven't paid attention enough. But usually because we've seen Higashi escape from those EX spinning mixer mix-ups.
Yeah, we've seen it. It's just there's no consistency to it. So I wonder.
Well, it always comes down to the state of mind in terms of what you're looking for in a particular range, right? Because if you start looking for a throw in that exact sequence, you're not looking for guess what?
Yeah. You're not looking for the other options.
And so I'd really have to say it's like the transition in the mind of Higashi, right? The what he has imposed on himself in terms of the perception of reality. And that's another one potentially right there, too.
Okay, this could be the start of something. Very big advantage for Ultima, and I love the punish. Okay, now we know that Higashi's playing Season 4 because he was actually capitalizing on the Eagle Spike nerf that it doesn't pass through right now.
Yeah.
So he had that little micro step into Stan Fierce into Peach, but it didn't work out in the end, and Ultima's going to take round 1 in game 2 after the reset.
Yeah, still relatively tight between these two players. Although that last set, Ultima looking really, really hot. Now Higashi got him on his heels. There's a big giant swing, tons and tons of damage.
I loved that giant swing because it was immediately after the jab that halted Rashid's pressure. People pressure you with the intention of continuing to attack you. So if a jab interrupts that, they're not looking for the throw. Good bet.
Yeah, Higashi tried to get that command grab. I don't think that was a very greedy one. He has such a good lead. It was very, very low risk.
Oh, and a great neutral jumper there. Did he expect the mixer? Not the EX mixer, certainly, but expecting the mixer through the tornado was really nice to neutral jump.
Could have been the mixer, could have been the EX. Oh my goodness, he got the counter hit. He's 1 hit away from stun.
Oh, I love that he got out of the corner using the crouch fierce's forward mobility to get him out there. Nadeshko did close to nothing.
Yeah, Ultima gets away with that one. That could have been so bad for him.
This is really tough. he's going to have to go toe-to-toe against Rashid with Mika's normals.
But he's gotten in close. He's gotten relatively close. He's got him in the corner. He's got him in position. He just needs to maintain this position and just play the clock a little bit and wait for Ultima to make a mistake.
He's getting close.
Wait that long.
I love the patience right now. We can't know what's happening. I think he's...
Wait for Ultima to make the mistake.
Okay. There was a tech. Back to neutral right there. The madman for teching in that situation when the Brimstone would have sealed the deal. I hope Higashi doesn't think he has the life lead because I'm pretty sure it's on Ultima's side right now. Oh, and there's the anti-air.
Wow.
Okay, I'm really glad that I didn't say it was over before it was over.
Outweighted.
Yes.
Ultima. He
outgunned.
outplayed. He played that to a T. He was willing to lose if Ultima had not made the move.
That was actually an amazing presence of mind from Higashi to stay patient in that situation. It was the most un-Street Fighter V thing I've seen all day, and he made it work in his favor there. But this round is another round, and Herman is doing work right now.
This is Ultima doing Rashid things, and Rashid things are very, very difficult to deal with when he has the momentum, and in quick fashion, Ultima ties it up one apiece even after the brilliant defense and patience of Higashi.
So this is what you do. You clip the previous round, and we just don't think about the round immediately after.
Yeah.
That's what you do for the Twitter club. For the Twitter club.
It was just absolute beautiful patience, man. And unfortunately, you know, every round's a new round. Higashi gonna up the tempo a little bit.
Okay.
Double!
There's the 2. 3 scoops is extra. Okay, he does go for the Lady Mika right there. Luckily finds himself out of the corner. Gets to sit back in the neutral with over a 50% lead now. Very nice. Ah, but a bold bet. Doesn't quite work out there.
I like what he's representing, though. It shows that he's willing to be aggressive, although it's kind of paying out for Ultima much more than Higashi, because Higashi close to stun. That is a stun, and this is potentially the round for Ultima. It is.
That was such an explosive comeback. You know, the life that Ultima currently has was the amount of life he had when Higashi was at full health, and yet he made the comeback in like seemingly under 10 seconds. That was actually a really solid round from Ultima.
And that was off of the one command grab.
Yeah, that was off. Like, that's why playing grapplers is so stressful. Your most powerful move is the #1 reason why you lose half the time.
It's that double-edged sword, man.
Absolutely, but it's our choice to wield it.
Ultima looking a lot. He's been looking much more solid. He doesn't look tilted. I think
no,
that's the most important thing.
He's focused.
Like in the winner set, he looked pretty tilted. His body language looked tilted. The way he's playing looked tilted.
And you know, at that point, he may have been thinking, Higashi can't beat me. But at that point, it's more focused because we know Higashi can beat you. He's already done it. But thankfully, double elimination brackets are a thing, so you've got your another chance.
You are not far enough to do that, buddy. And
ouch.
You are not far enough for him to whiff that throw, buddy.
Every nice thing Higashi does has this Ultima blowback. Like, every nice thing he does, Ultima's like, okay, that was pretty cool, but I'm still going to win this round.
It's still like, I don't think Ultima's going to be satisfied till he finally takes his tournament and takes first place.
He's not going to be satisfied until he's at home playing Apex.
Oh, God.
And chilling, because right now he is stressed. Street Fighter is a stress game.
Yeah, man, everybody has an expectation of their own performance, and especially I know that Ultima had an expectation, especially going into the open playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This past Saturday, you know, that holds some weight because a lot of players that showed up for that tournament, there was a lot of good players.
You know who eliminated Ultima, right?
No.
Sal Pacino.
I remember seeing that. I commentated that match, but he eliminated him on the loser side too?
I believe it was on the loser side.
Wow.
I could be wrong on that one. All I know is that he did beat him, winner side or not. So I'm just saying Ultima's view of Mika right now is probably not entirely confident. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my point.
But that was like he was like Sal was playing on such a level I've never seen him play that ever before.
He was super Sal too that night. For sure. Major level ups from that guy. Oh, put himself in the corner right there. Doesn't end up mattering. Tournament point. We are here.
Ultima finally getting closer, only oh so close to the desired victory that he is seeking here at WNF.
Yep, advantaged in score, advantaged in meter, pushing Mika to the corner. He's soon going to have every variable of Street Fighter in his favor.
Looking like that so far. Gonna spend that V reversal.
Yeah, Mika can only spend a couple and still get trigger. There we go. I love, I mean, we've seen this throughout the entire night with Higashi. The giant swing into the corner. Oh no, but the call out, dash up, back throw, no you.
That's just a sign of confidence, right? Like, he ate the giant swing and he still dashed up and went for the throw.
Yeah, he knows that there's no follow-up, but then he thinks, okay, there's no follow-up. I can actually represent now. I can represent a risk.
And he's got the VT1 stock now. He just needs to be far enough should he want to activate it, but it doesn't look like he actually is positioning himself to do so. He wants to get something nice like that.
This could be it. Oh no, couldn't get the follow-up right there. Dash up, back throw, extra damage wasn't quite enough. He's dashing up lights. He wants it to be over, and he scores the final hit. Ultima takes Wednesday Night Fights Oakland.
Yes, sir. You are the victor tonight. You can smile. You don't have to be salty.
Yeah, you can smile.
And he still looks salty.
You can smile now.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay.
You've done the work.
You've done the work. You've been rewarded. Come back even stronger next time, you know, if you're not happy with your consistency there. But he really did put in work tonight. Really, I mean, destroyed half the bracket except Higashi, right? I mean, you've got that going for you. And, you know, you won the event. So good stuff to Ultima for sure. Yeah,
a little bit of a slow start from Ultima, early in the sets at least. Like all the other sets we saw, really slow starts. Struggled, especially in game one.
Oh, yeah. That was a good point to bring up, is that game ones were not going Ultima's way at all.
Speaking of even both sets in winner side, I mean, grand final side, he did struggle in game one.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's like he needs to like reacquaint himself with the game every time he sits down to play it, kind of. Yeah.
So maybe something that could be reviewed in terms of like that cleanup, right? Because we always talk about you go into a tournament, it's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I mean, game one is extremely important.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's extremely important. Either case, the Ultima takes first place. In second, we have Higashi. And in third, it will be
El Cubano Loco.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff to our top 3 tonight. Ultima, Higashi, and El Cubano Loco. Great finals. You know, these guys are going to be coming back next week, only furthering their skills.
Yeah.
And, we'll see who's in the finals next time.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, everybody's been training for final round. So tune into final round this weekend. Support the guys, Big E and stuff like that. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday. I'm Crack Fiend.
I'm Brass.
And we'll see you guys next Wednesday.